Just cash roll everything around you, Yanko.
Pretty much, yeah.
Deagles, plural. Draken and Exist with Deagles to start things off on cash. Pronax getting some warning tags. But the numbers game is towards B, where it was until Lekro and Schneider combined to kill 3 of the 4 pushing players and take the bomb. Problems for the T side now.
Deagle. And the Deagle. Oh! Oh, Draken! He's causing issues now with the Deagle. But Disco Doplan will take him down. And steal this Eagle. Well, there is that, I suppose. Nice attempt, though. Some good bit of cash there for Draken to use to buy that up later on.
Will he? Yeah, he will. He buys the AK, drops it, it will go to Forest, most likely.
Nice.
Forest in turn buys armor, drops the Tech 9 to Draken. And NAP on the force buy.
I like it. Ooh!
Could all get ruined by the pot flash, but they're not even in A main yet. Not just yet. Very forward play from Godsent. I do wonder if we're going to see the mid pushes from Pronax. The infamous mid pushes later on. Oh, Forest. Almost half his life gone. Hasn't seen anyone yet.
It's a very delayed take on A main. Forest. As you say, it's annoying for him to be down 61 already. On his way towards... Oh, he could potentially have finished off the player on quad there, but something, he's a bit jittery. Something else obstructed him there, and it looks like NIP will somehow make their way into the bomb site anyway. Forrest is alive with his AK, but perhaps not for long. Pronax is... Oh, he's pulling out his nade, isn't he? Oh dear, that's quite awkward. Could very well have picked up that frag. In fact, should have picked up that frag, but that's how it goes. Timing and all that. Godsent make their way into the bomb sites as the trades come in. Forrest doing a decent job here, failing the jump though, and that will mean his death to Lekro, who is now 1 versus 2. That bomb ticking away. Swap out for the M-Force. A few bullets left in that one. He's got to be so quick here. He's got no... Oh, he has a kid actually. Trying to force his players out. Just holding actually in a 1-on-2. And he will fall. 1-to-1 as NIP's force buy works. I love the AK drop force buys. And you could also see they had a plan behind it as well. Get Forrest, up mid.
Yeah, but this time around, I mean, you usually see it once the bomb is planted, right? That's when players have enough money for it. When they don't plant the bomb, they're most of the time not even close to having 2700. But because Draken got a 4K in the fifth round, he had just enough to drop it. And Godsent, I don't think they were expecting that.
Nasty surprise for one of the 2 Swedish teams.
I think NIP already won this round. They killed Lekro.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point. And they're just serving themselves up to Forrest. And when Forrest, gets a good start, that's always a good sign, of course, for NIP. When he really feels confident to just go for all those plays, just have a good, enough money to be able to go for those plays straight away, then NIP are going to be in a better position if he's able to just make as many plays as possible. Disco Doplan, keeping the Deagle dream alive. Perhaps he can steal away an AK. His goal here is to be a thug, a thief, just lurking in the shadows, looking to steal someone's AK-47. Can he do that? Looks like they will avoid him. These situations will often remind me of Minesweeper. Like, you have like there's danger lurking somewhere. You have to slowly deduce where is the danger.
I can't make the Minesweeper comparison. Not for me anyway.
Why not?
What do you mean? I can't. I just can't.
But you understand what I mean, though. It's pretty...
Yeah, I do. I miss Minesweeper ever so slightly. Probably wouldn't miss it after 10 seconds. But there we go. a childhood spent playing Minesweeper.
Yep.
Grenade towards short will help clean up this round very quickly indeed. And there it is, buy time.
Surprised he didn't play Minesweeper on planes for 10 hours straight like you do Bejeweled.
Well then, 5 silenced M4s for the Godsent team. Seen some players popping over to the M4A4 again recently, but not Godsent on cash. Good start from Pronax, maybe making his way towards that smoke. He likes to walk through it, like it stars in their eyes. Bomb firmly headed towards B, it seems. Forest on AWP after Draken gets picked off. With those usual grenades from Ninjas. Lekro spotting one. Perfectly timed flashbang as well, and Freiburg will get taken down. That is a great response from the CT side, leaving Get Right and Forest alone.
Yeah, Lekro looking hyped up to take more as well away from NIP, as they are committed to push in here, and Forest has the AWP. He realizes where Lekro is. Problem is, though, how do you force him out of that position? Wow, Twist just finding an angle there onto Forest. Does get eliminated, but very nice play from Lekro in this round.
Well, good teamwork as well for the pop flash.
So Lekro.
I like that Lekro was stepped slightly back from the vent as well. He has the vent awareness. The vent awareness. Not everyone does since those vents are updated, but Lekro, he's on point. Both teams on the buy. Nice, so they shot the vent as through the roller shutter as they were making their way towards B, and that's going to take Freiburg by complete surprise for the precautionary grenades as well, and Lekro will stand in the flames to get another surprise kill onto Get Right. That might just crush the round right there.
Yeah, just that's beautiful, isn't it? I don't think they expected that. The Molotov is supposed to prevent that from happening, and now they have to make do with 3 players. So it can always be done, but the lack of utility makes life quite problematic. It means that one of these 3 remaining players for NIP has to just get a crazy shot off somewhere, just open things up. It's not looking likely, though, as another player will fall from the Ninjas in Pyjamas team. Just on Draken and Forest now. Oh my god, just going for a crazy flick there.
What do they do in this situation? Yanko, what do they do in this situation?
Nothing, James. They just die. A slow and painful death.
Well,
or you hope the opponents pull an Envious and just rush you in a 5v1, and you can get all the kills.
Well, that did not happen. But NIP have enough to buy for the most part.
It seems like Pronax just has a good way of playing against NIP, or he gets good reads. Even now in his time with Godsent, great like pop flash for Lekro in that first real gun round, and now again being aggressive towards mid, just being one step ahead of NIP. It seems you can see how they're playing super retake on A. They only have Twist way far back. I think that's because Godsent is probably expecting NIP to be on like Tech 9s or something like that. They don't expect them to have AKs, so this might come back to bite them later on in the round, since obviously with AKs you can do a much better job of defending against that retake on the A bomb side than you can with just Tech 9s.
Pronax.
Delayed. We know this from Pronax, don't we? He just loves to do this. He just loves to do this. And if you're playing against Godsent, they're playing CT side, expect this. He's going all the way in. He is going all the way in, and he is met with quite the lovely gift, the presence of 2 players. He'll be eliminated, but he's done enough damage. And I think it was you, Yanko, that said previously that NIP seemed to struggle when they receive aggression on their T side in this way. And so far, that's what has happened repeatedly, and it's really been causing issues.
Pronax does this every match. Like, you have to expect this.
Yeah, he really does.
He does it every game of Cash. He walks through mid.
Yeah, I guess the problem is when does he decide to do it, because you can't just bank on that fact and stand there and wait. As we see Disco Doppler defending the B bomb side from the push. Actually, he only manages to get one. Now Forrest and Getright in a 2v1 situation. Enough time to plant the bomb. It will be planted in the safe plant position.
Bad plants.
Yeah, it's not optimal, but you are in a 2v1, so both players inside the bomb side.
Oh, well, thanks for the throw, Yanko. Let's see if Schneider can get a 1v1. Does he realize that both players are on the site? He's running out of time. Hits Forrest in the head through the corner of the box, but that'll be Forrest's third kill of the round and the round. NIP in the lead. So let's see. I think Pronax's shenanigans will make them more aware of the mid area, and perhaps it does pull a player there and throw them off their timings and just waste resources for the side. But for now, it is the eco round. Pretty cheap eco from Godsent, all things considered. Maybe going for a boost? No, it's one player there towards deep mid. Flashbangs, lots of precautions being taken by the T side. Lecro's definitely going to catch fire. Forced through into the box. They must have heard him. Down he goes.
Needs to be relatively straightforward here for NIP, and they'll be fine. They know how to do this against pistols. They already have the man advantage as well. It's very interesting. That's the kind of game we're getting at the moment. I think we could be... Oh, that's a good catch. Disco doing some good damage. But we could be in store for quite an exciting one here, because obviously Godsent, they love to get aggressive on their CT side. NIP have been susceptible to it, but they're also finding ways to bounce back immediately. So we could have a very close game on our hands. We'll see how it develops. 5-3 now after the anti-eco is played and the buy comes back in for Godsent. They have enough money to get pretty much whatever they want. The AWP is going to be featured onto Disco Doppler.
I mean, that round where Pronax pushed mid, that was a big round for NIP to win, actually, because they used all of their remaining money. And if Godsent managed to win that round, NIP would be on an eco, but it was the other way around. And now NIP gets some control back in this first half. Forrest is having a great game so far on the T side.
13 for 4.
And it has to be said, despite NIP struggling for an extended period of time now, it doesn't seem like Forrest has fallen off that much. On the contrary, he did have still a lot of impact for the team and put up good numbers.
We should hear this collide of Pronax. Oh no, yeah, there we go. Lovely play. The setup is real. Forrest actually gets the kill as well. Draken tagging. Stands his ground, waiting for a peek, but nothing doing on this occasion. So it's still pretty tight in this round at the moment. The question is, can Godsent rotate into the right position? Losing Schneider in the mid area. Now they head towards B, where one of the 3 players are for Godsent.
It's Lecro as well, of all the players, for it to be. It is the player which perhaps has the best name on the team, I think some would say. Now Lecro playing off the pop flash here. How quickly can his teammates get there to help him to throw flashes in as well, to aid him in his journey here. Try to defend this bomb site, running out of bullets, only 1 frag. Disco Doppler on the cross, takes down Get Right as the bomb now is going to be on the floor. Picked up though for the plant. These players are so weak. Oh, in the face as well. Disco Doppler. 1 more shot, but it will be exists. And NIP take the round. Very close affair though, but that does ruin the money again for Godsent.
This was a lovely shot. Sees the trajectory slightly. The arm is enough for a shot straight in the head. That is lovely.
And you could see that Lecro was just trying to buy time, mostly wait for his teammates to come in, for someone to flash him in. But I think in that situation, he he should have tried to get a kill or two because they were already a man down. And
Hello
yeah.
there.
Hello.
Hello.
They were already
How
a
are
man
you?
down, and he basically had to play for kills. He could not just play for time. If it was an even number situation, or if they had an advantage, then it would have been fine. But this way, you feel like, especially with seeing the health of some of the NIP players, like he could have done much more.
NIP smoking off the front of B, that would suggest that they have plans to take checkers. And Godsent can't really afford to put somebody in checkers to find out. And that might pull people away from A and towards B bomb site, and it's NIP heading towards A, trying to make life easier for themselves, but Godsent maybe with a read of the situation now, putting 2 players back into the A site. Maybe moving into mid to try and ward off a split or similar, but indeed, they're back on the A site. There are 40 seconds left for NIP, maybe moving in soon.
All the mollies. Twist. Is he okay here? It looks like he is. He's not burning, so able to get a sneaky frag there, but how much will it mean in the grand scheme of this round? Smoke's put down there for a safe planting situation. Pistols are working their way around, slowly but surely though. But there's all the players here in place to cover for this. Nice couple kills from Exist, and that should finish off the round quite nicely. Bit scary there in the end, but indeed 7-3 for NIP.
Godsent going straight for double AWPs. Twist and Dopplan. Not many grenades between them, but they've got 3 other players for that. I wonder if they have any forward spawns, any peaks. Squeaky main B. See Dopplan's going towards B bomb site. And Twist starting with the off angle. Dopplan flashed off his position already, and he has got 1 flash that he can throw for his teammate. Schneider pushing through the smoke. There's the flash. Electro can have a look to try to reposition, and he's forced forward from the flames, but he can't get the kill onto Exist. Dopplan is completely exposed now. Moving back, and that's a smart decision, I think. Unable to take a Dopplan out though, Freiberg rather, and that is B taken by the T's. Dracula with a lovely shot onto Pronax, and it's all falling apart for Godsent. Schneider going for the hero play in the 1 versus 4, only good for the 1 kill though.
NIP looking pretty good at the moment, to be honest. They're looking quite confident, quite decisive in their plays. And Godsent back onto pretty awful money, going for a half buy. Now, what's the opening for NIP? That's the question. Forrest is trying to get some tapping going in the middle. Ooh, there you go. Disco Dopplan going for a peek against Forrest. And the play here from Godsent is the pushing Squeaky, but that'll be heard by Get Right. He'll call that. He takes down a player in Forklift. All the calls here for Forrest to just get all the frags. And very lovely and tidy cleanup here from NIP in that round.
Double ops again for Godsent. And it's Schneider with the second one. He's got a forward spawn, which would explain it, but which way is he headed? Not the B bomb site after all. Will it be Squeaky perhaps? Seems it will be a Squeaky play from Mr. Schneider. Monsieur Schneider! Get Right is on the way towards Squeaky. For now it seems he's just playing the off angle towards main. There have been some fast plays from NIP, so this is reasonable, all things considered, based on current evidence. Twist will isolate any main player. Again, it used to be Flipside, who used to have a 2-man setup looking towards A, and that's kind of Molotov would alleviate that second person. Pick for both sides at the moment. Draken trying to reposition around B. He should hear, yeah, he must have heard Lecro's reload, so Lecro's in trouble now.
Here it is. The play to take down Lecro, and it will do just that. 3 versus 4 situation for Godsent to work off of now. Pronax going for the mid peak. Oh, just barely avoiding vision there. Forrest not going to allow him to escape. Forest has been incredibly on point so far in this matchup. 23 for 5. Forest is destroying Godsent at the moment. Only Schneider and Disco Dopplan left. What else can Forest do? Oh, there's the catch. Schneider will not miss that one. Back turned. Forest goes down. Refrag though from Draken in a timely manner, leaving just Disco Dopplan left on B, and I imagine he would like to save in this situation. And this should be the 10th round in that case for NIP. I mean, they're storming through at the moment. Having a stormer. But quickly going back to the origins of phrases and words, James, when I said, well, like, I know why people do the say cheese thing, but where did it come from? That's what I'm more interested in. Like, where did that originate? When did that become a thing?
My guess is a photographer made it popular. Like one guy.
I guess, but it's so interesting how widespread and university understood it is. Even though it doesn't do anything, by the way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. At least for me.
And I don't say cheese in photographs.
I abstain. I say something else. I say whatever I want.
I stare with a general look of disappointment. Resting disappointment face. Double figures for NIP. 2 rounds remain in the first half of Cash. Grenades being deployed. Godsent on the buy once again. It's the one AWP now. 2 hasn't really worked out for them. Pronax and Lecro on French guns. And again, Godsent taking it into their own hands. The pop flash. That molly was supposed to be behind the box, which can be a strong position for the T's. Dopplan spotted in the smoke. Surely it's going to go for the no-scope. He even has time to scope. He can stay there and look over the smoke like Rikke does on CLG, but it seems he'll look for a push into B instead. Now the CTs are all over the place. The T's are surrounded, but those are 3 very fast kills. Make it 4. All of a sudden, it's Twist alone on B.
What was that? Why did they do that? That must have been some miscommunication, because NIP wasn't really pushing towards the bomb site, and Godsent hadn't contained, no reason to push any further and try to gain ground, and now they're going to lose the round because of it. Man, you're dead.
They had people in T warehouse, in T spawn. I'm talking about CTs. That was very unusual positioning, but very quickly disappeared into nothingness, into the ether, into the blue. No more AWPs for Godsent now. They buy what they can. UMPs coming out once again, whereas NIP are in the driving seat. They've got that premium oil. Everything is dandy. Dandy, nice, and hunky-dory. Always nice to boost the T on there in case you're expecting some aggression from the CTs. A creep through the smoke. It's a lot easier to deal with than being around the side of red. So it's a good position to have.
NIP playing pretty passively at the moment, but Lecro managed to find himself a quick kill. The trade is there though, and NIP are quite happy to fight, it would seem. And with the performances we've been seeing so far this map, you would not be surprised as to why. And in the meantime, GetRice found himself a position straight onto the A-bomb side. And Aces with a quick kill in middle will now retreat back to hold. And that was quite a funny smoke grenade. I think the intention was for it to go on top of that box. But it doesn't really matter. And Kryberg on top of the red container finds himself Disco Dopplan. A 12-3 half with an incredible performance from Forest, which also seemingly unlocked some space for his teammates to really get in there as well.
And obviously, and most of those kills were high impact as well in gun rounds or opening kills. The thing is, like, the rounds that Godsent won, the gun rounds that they won, was because of aggression, because they were flashing their teammates in, clearing areas of the map, and you can see how they stopped doing that for some reason later on. Like when NIP was going for that checkers control, they were just playing passive, allowing them to execute that. You see some action early on, James.
Yeah, pistols in mid. It is a bar fight.
You see, that's why I always throw it to Dan. He always knows how to handle himself in these situations.
It took me a moment to just compose myself that you actually threw to me and not that.
Exactly.
I was in shock.
I need to change up the pace myself.
Keeping me on my feet. Get Right and Draken, Twist and Pronax. 2 pairs. Perhaps the bomb is the apple. And the apple needs to be collected into Pronax's basket. Because why not collect apples in a basket? So the bomb is in possession of one of the T's, but Pronax is by the vent. If he jumps up, his head is exposed, and he will not have any accuracy on his gun. So there will be significant advantages for the CT. Still trapped over there, trying to make it out into T wows, it seems, but this is really awkward. Perhaps that was a mistake. All you need is headshots at the end of the day, and indeed, there we are, Pronax exposed in one of the 2 positions. Twisto will clean things up. He will mop things up and shoo NIP away. Godsent with a crucial, desperate, much-needed pistol round in the second half.
So we're going to get... Are we going to get a force bite from the CTs? What do they want to do? We get a force bite from Draken, actually. Interesting. As he's a guy that would be picking up the AWP, presumably, later on. Unless, well, Forest also Deagle armor as well, so NIP looking to do significant damage here with the Deagle buy.
Exist in Freiburg have no armor.
Very interesting. So saving just a tiny bit of cash. I kind of like how Get Right has a kit. They're already investing this much. Oh, but you have to be able to connect one of those. Okay, Exist is going to find one through the roller shutter. But still, there's just too much to deal with here. And these shots are not coming quickly enough for the NIP side.
Meat shots are still being hunted for. Draken repositioning towards the vent. I don't know if he was having a fight with Twist, who's in the sun room at the moment. There we go, making his way in. Twist taking some damage, but still he would require 2 shots to the chest to dead him, as Londoners would say. Charging in now with the Deagles. There's 1 kill, but I don't know if they've got time for this. Actually, well, Get Right's got a kit. Get Right's on the site. It's a bad plant he can hold. Oh, Twist, he's taking too long. It's going to be a close one.
Oh, so close. That's crazy, man. And that sort of justifies the investment. Like they really had, they created a situation where they could win the rounds. The kit being one of the things that was making a difference there potentially, and that's really important because that can help them to destabilize Godsent immediately should they have success on their first buy round. But they deagle up on a couple players here.
I think Twister must have gotten the call from one of the teammates that Get Right had a kit on his back. Otherwise, it is a little bit too risky for him to just go straight in. If it's 10-second defuse and he's faking it and he kills you, you still have time to defuse the bomb. But again, a 3v3 situation. This time around, no hits or armor on NIP players, and only a USP on Draken. And Draken is dead.
He died. Forest and Exist are at the correct website? Correct bomb site.
Website.
So what can they do? What can be done? There are 2 weapons on the floor, one of which, well, I don't know what they are actually.
Would be nice if they could get an extra kill. Inflict some additional economic damage to Godsent. But
Not going to happen.
not gonna be the case.
They've got double the score though, NIP to that of Godsent. As the buy comes in, it's buy time for the Swedes. Draken, AWP, no armor once again. Where will he be headed this time? Plenty of opportunities to avoid grenades as a naked sniper. And he has a okay spawn. Good enough to go towards B. We have a pause, which I would assume is technical. Boom, and there it is. Technical pause.
Maybe a mouse died. I never had really mouse die on me though. It was only, I had a couple problems with mouse cables wearing out.
I've had mouse die on me. usually when I threw them against the wall.
I've had a mouse die on me. I've had keyboards die on me repeatedly.
That explains a lot.
No,
actually.
no.
Explains a
I
lot.
do not throw my mice. I usually throw my headphones.
None of the
The more expensive of the two, perhaps.
none of the keyboards I made myself have failed at me. It was manufactured keyboards which would disconnect during games. Maybe that's what started it all in the first place. We've got a push coming in towards the A side. Exist with a cheeky kill onto these T's.
Did the bomb go up?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did wonder. That would have been quite something. Doplan, all of a sudden, on the site. Do they even know he's there? I think they do, judging by Exist's position. And of course, Exist, one of the A players. Forrest to pepper him down. Flames are there as well. He'll get turned into a steak. Godsent don't really have the money. They don't really have the cash. But Pronax can drop one AK, so at least there's that. In fact, he will drop both AKs and go pistol. That is awesome. So the in-game leader has dropped he dropped 2 AKs to his team, taken the deagle from a teammate. And away Godsent go. 3 players mainly with grenades for the T side. How do they make this work?
I'm curious whether we'll see a push from B into B storage from NIP actually, because they have the bodies over there. Just should be disruptive. That said, they have a lot of utility to play it slow if they want to, and allow Godsent to struggle with their lack of weaponry and utility. That said, Twist finds a Molotov kill on to get right there, just trapping him into the checker's position. Frost trying to return the kill there, staying out there, trying to be aggressive, but nothing is going his way just yet. Twist is holding defensively. They want, if the CTs are to get a kill, they're going to have to do it by pushing pretty aggressively, and there it is, punished by Schneider, as NIP now have to just make the best of a bad situation. Freiburg stuck on the bomb site. Any team flashes for him? Looks like there's none. Play's pretty low though for Godsent, but never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, Draken, what is he planning to do here? Is he trying to take some guns away? The longer he stays, perhaps the more likely it is that he'll lose his own one. Twist rotating, looking to cut him off. See what Draken can do in this situation to save his gun. Godsent back to winning ways. Looking at the lack of money on Draken, I guess this is an eco for the team. Looking like a full eco now because he is going to get surrounded, swarmed. That Molotov is not going to save him. Missed quite a few shots today. Double peek is enough. There it is, finally taken down. They'll take the ult for Doplan as well. And Doplan's got a good spawn to have a look towards mid. See if anybody crosses towards short.
Fox would not miss those shots, James.
Fox would never miss those shots. There we go, lining it up as close to the wall as possible. It is an eco round though, so a wasted opportunity in that sense, but perhaps he can find something. Yep, there'll be a leg. Plays moving close to T warehouse. So one Mr. Doplan needs to be careful. With 2 plays there for the CT, you wonder if they would boost above the roller shutter, because you can jump on it from the vent position, but it makes a very specific sound and you can get wallbanged. But if you've got 2 guys there, could get your boost game on.
So you want Deagle as well, so largely he's been fairly, well, not all that terrifying to be honest. And there it is, 8-13 for Godsent. What do NIP have here? Well, enough I guess. Up back onto Draken, he'll be able to get some Kevlar and a flashbang. Must be nice. Have you ever been flashbanged in real life, James?
No.
There's still time. So we have Godsent with a passive opening here on their default, just making sure they're safe. Actually, that said, Twist is going pretty quickly towards Checkers at the moment, looking to get himself a quick entry frag. My goodness. Taking down Freiburg straight away, and all of a sudden, that play has allowed Godsent an easy answer into this round.
Bomb starting to move into the B-bomb site. 3 players remain for the CTs, one of which is on A, one of which is being hunted on A by Schneider. So I think Get Right might be eventually saving. Perhaps hiding in plain sight for the time being. But yeah, it's proving difficult for NIP on their CT side.
Oh, right, yeah, 1 gun round.
Forest with 29 kills now. Not enough on the CT side, however. We'll need more from his team.
So I wonder if they'll start to think about, you know, getting Draken aggressive on B storage or something similar, or moving him around.
I think that's the key. In this game, it's been aggression for both sides. It's either try... I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be Draken. They can just do the same thing with rifles. They can move aggressively towards B with 3 riflers and then have Draken passively hold from car, for example. Something along those lines. You can see that Godsent on their T side, they're having success with these aggressive plays early on. So from NIP after this round where they're ecoing, I'd like to see them like use their utility early and pick a part of the map where they want to be aggressive.
NIP with 2 rifles, some pistols here and there. Draken's picked up the AWP, which Forest had in the previous round. And with Dopplan picked off and the pace of the game slowing in this round, then perhaps there is opportunity for Draken to open things up. I don't know if he saw the corner of the bomb, but it's Schneider walked straight into the crosshair. And now the Godsent players are all separated, they're all split up. And that surely only strengthens things for the CTs.
Yeah, this is not a round that Godsent can afford to lose. That is NIP's best way back in. Pronax creeping unbeknownst to Get Right. Is there going to be a trade anywhere? It looks like there's not. There was a player, I think, by the car previously, but maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, looks like Pronax has saved the rounds for his team with that initial kill there. Coming up
And again,
highway.
we see that miscommunication. On NIP, Draken was only holding right side of mid, and I'm not sure if he didn't communicate it properly or his teammates were just unaware that a player can sneak up highway. And that was Pronax winning the round basically for his team with that flank.
Another shot missed by Draken. You have to wonder if he's getting frustrated in this game.
I think he's getting frustrated regardless of this game.
That might also be correct, Sianko. So 2 ops now in possession of Godsent. These rounds have been expensive for them, but they are catching up quickly. And that's all that matters right now. NIP back on the buy, lost bonus rising. No snipers for the side. Will we see that fabled aggression from Nip? And can Godsent put a stop to it? Dopplan on the AWP again. Moving into initial positions. 2-1-2 from NIP to start things off. Again, we saw some nice boosts earlier on. Shot the vent open through the roller shutter, so on and so forth. Some delay tactics with the smoke grenade through Squeaky to put Exist in position. And it seems Draken will hold between Main and Fork. Does not have the best weapon for the job necessarily. Oh, and he's been spotted. That's a big problem. And down he goes. Trying to reposition, presumably before expected grenades came in. Unable to do it though. Get Right rotating. And I think we've got a boost on B. So it's only showing 3 on the radar. Indeed, we had exactly that. Door closed. We need a rotation here from the CTs. Forest on the way. All the T's are here. Not committing quite yet.
Scary times. The push is coming. ECS cannot hold on. Get right alone by Forklift at the moment. Forest has made his way in though. But they have to do pretty much everything here. There's only Freiburg who's coming in to help, but there's 4 players facing basically at once. Get right misses his shot, and that's going to be the round. Godsent are going to be taking this one clean. Clean. 11 to 13 for them, unless Freiburg can take down 5 players, but he's going to have a quick glance and then retreats and finally be eliminated. No survivors. And no money, really, either, apart from Freiburg. They could actually buy here, I guess, if Freiburg drops an AWP. Yeah, so that's exactly what's going to happen, it would appear.
Let's see if this works out for them then. Again, the CT side has been a struggle for both teams. Draken getting the pick on Doppler. And it seems the AWP will be rescued by Twist, who I think he got rescued regardless. And now NIP starting to enjoy some success. The 4 spies are when they tend to turn things around today, it seems. Happened on Inferno. And it happens here as well. Nobody on A for the CTs at present. 2 deep into B and the rest moving around slightly. See if Exist realizes how close that might have been thrown from. Creeping around the smoke. Smartly moves away before that grenade sails in. Maybe looking for a gap to abuse, but there is no such gap. NIP not too far away from a rotation towards B to add support there. The window smashed may be a warning for them. So let's see if they choose to commit or if they will be playing in reaction to the push from Godsent. Because there's still no guarantee that a push is coming.
Molotov in. And as you say, still no guarantee unless they see. But Forest is forced out into the open here. Oh, 25 HP for him. Looking very, very desperate now. Those Molotovs really did a great job at destabilizing the defense there of NIP. Draken coming in though, 1 versus 1 as the bomb can go down. AWP versus AWP in this situation, unless Twist switches out. Taking a pretty nice angle there. Draken will come in from the top. Is Twist ready for this? Is he looking for this? Draken's going to have to be very quick. Twist not allowing himself to be seen just yet. The sound cue's giving him slight ideas as to what's going on. Quick scope is missed there by Draken. Pistols coming out. No scope attempted, but it's going to be the Tech 9 of Twist to do the damage. And that's 1 more round for Godsent. 12 to 13. NIP can't seem to win a round on their CT side.
It's a game of 2 halves, Dan.
It is. Game of 2 halves.
It's game of 1 half, all on a T side it seems for this one.
Any given Sunday, you either win or you lose. But that was just, even if NIP can't hold the site in that round, they just lost it too quickly. Like the rotation didn't even have enough time to come in, and I feel like Forrest should have just repositioned straight away. I'm not really sure, but he was banking on the fact that the Molotov wasn't going to spread completely, but that seems like an unnecessary risk. And now NIP is forced to eco. We're going to have a tie score yet again. First time since 1-1 and 3-3.
What kind of Rain Man memory is that?
Well, just the memory of a man who is alert.
Alert.
So this is going to be a brief one. I suppose we're just waiting for Get Right to Die and get back into the buy rounds.
Yes, please.
NIP are about to lose their lead.
Don't you hate it when you like play a pug or something and there's just that one person who you're on a save and you're just playing like hiding somewhere, waiting to get a kill, grab a gun, and like in theory, yeah, that's like you can get a kill. But like, can you just die so we can move on?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you get a gun or not.
It's not the CPL
honestly.
finals, as people used to say. Although I guess people don't know what CPL is these days, but that's they used to be the biggest tournaments back in the day.
Explain it to people then. What does CPL stand for?
Cyber Professional Athlete League.
CPAL?
Isn't it Cyber Athlete Professional?
Cyber Athlete, yeah, there we go. I knew Athlete was in there somewhere. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Cyber Athlete Professional League.
In the meantime, I don't know if Draken bought an org on purpose or not, but he drops it to Forest, and Forest dropped him an AWP. Just so, you know, it's not, I don't know if he necessarily requested an org.
He was like, Forrest, you're beasting this map, so I'm gonna make things more difficult for you. Take an AUG. Do it with the AUG.
Oh, they got their opening kill from none other than Draken. Freiburg in a difficult spot, but still, maybe this is the pressure that NIP needed to get back to winning ways. It's a good start, but
I want to say they perform really well under pressure.
it's only a start. Maybe in the vacuum of this match and this one round.
Fair enough.
We will see. Freiburg's in trouble. Pops up one too many times, and the lead has been lost. 2 on 2. Get right with an opportunity. He's tapping. Got to be careful though. The tracers all in the same place will not go in your favor. Now these exist. He knows one player's on the site. Where is the trade fragger? There we go. Got cover from default as well, or bad plant if you will. Pronax with 12 HP. And finally, NIP are back, looking for the AWP, I imagine.
Like he was still walking after he killed the last guy there for a few seconds. That's quite funny. What does that say?
Double.
Double? Double. Nice. Well, NIP winning a round. That's their second, right, on the CT side? I think it is.
I believe so. Second
Yeah.
or third. It was 13-2, wasn't it? Or was it 12-3 half?
12-3.
And then there we go. It is the second round that they have won. But will it be the last round they win? Or are they capable of winning more? Even
This is
taking
going
over
into
the line?
overtime, James. You know it. I know it. Dan knows it. Let's just face it and deal with it.
So what is the play here for Godsent? They are perhaps looking to, after just eliminating the initial aggressive potential from their opponents, they will likely go for that delayed mid-take. See if they can get some map control to work with. And Draken's actually been shot down quite low, down to 10 HP at this stage, so life is not too fine if you're Draken, and indeed we are getting the delayed mid-take from Godsent. Schneider's ready to go over the top. Not sure who is standing right next to him. It is, okay, it's Lekro. Lekro will be with him, his comrade in arms, and they will storm the middle area. 45 seconds to go, and they are actually in a position where they're set up to go for an A split. Let's see if it works out. Draken's on the angle here, down highway.
And he lands himself a nice shot. I don't know if he saw the second player, but Forrest will find out the hard way. Exist dispatched off pretty quickly as well. Maybe he realizes that he's done some damage to Draken, and indeed the round falls apart for NIP at this point. Lots of AWPers missing some shots. Now perhaps there's a window of opportunity. And NIP have got to go for this, because if they are to lose this round, they probably lose the match. I think it's fair to say. And indeed they will be eliminated. So let's see what money they have to even buy with in the coming round. It does not look good. The prognosis is bad.
And the 1-2 from Lekro. Very nice. Lekro is a fun guy to watch play. Can be quite explosive, quite clutch. Very good aim. But Disco Dot Plan also similarly is quite a fun player to watch. When he has an AWP in his hands, he is fast. We have
Is
a
he
boost.
fast like Cat, fast like Tiger, fast like Speedboat? What kind of fast?
Fast like cheetah.
Okay.
It's all a sprint. So middle is occupied by Godsent. They have this to work with at the moment. Obviously, they should be somewhat aware that it's a half-buy situation for NIP. So NIP are essentially, in that sense, playing for overtime. Did NIP half? Oh no, they actually their economy was crushed, right? So they spent everything, right? Of course. So yeah, they will be aware that they have a limited arsenal to work with. So they should be thinking about running some kind of a anti-force by type round, but running straight in there, somehow not getting taken down by the 5-7. This is looking quite good for Godsent. I thought that was going to get very awkward. But in fact, no, Godsent have handled this wonderfully.
Lekro has just been doing so much work getting those entry kills. I mean, okay, got the first one here, but the round before, 2 kills on A, then we had that round on the B bombs in a 3v4 situation, and sure, NIP is giving him maybe a little too much room to work with, but still he's hitting some crazy shots.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but this half, as far as only got 2 kills, I think. I think he was on 30 at the end of the first half.
No, no way.
I think it was like 29.
No, had like 24. I think so, at least.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Twist capitalizing on the desperation of the CT side, desperation of a team against match point with next to nothing to work with. A team who needs some advantage here, but there isn't much to be found. Scriberg risking his life just to pick up a UMP. One man down as well. Godsent looking to capitalize on their advantages. They've got pretty much maximum utility, Godsent. I think they've thrown 1 grenade. They've just thrown 3 more, but they had very little investment into this. So they have lots with which to make their approach to a bomb site quite safe. Pronax not committing either way, just Jet carrying the bomb. Schneider making sure there's no squeaky push. 50 seconds now, 5-0. And it's time for Godsent to begin their approach, their landing phase.
Should all be relatively straightforward for them from this point on forth, indeed, as they start to set their sights upon the A side. But there are problems that are lurking on this bomb site. Of course, areas exist. If he gets his first eagle shot long range, that's a huge issue, and that in of itself could stop the push. But that's not the case. 20 seconds to go. They can't afford really for there to be problems here. Otherwise, it's overtime. 2 players left, and Lekro once again is just absolutely annihilating his opposition. Bomb is down. Freiburg against 4 players. I don't know that he has too much to work with here. Quick kill, but he's down to a mere 19 points of health. And that's it. Disco Doppler finishes it 16-14. Godsent and NIP